All right, welcome back to another episode. So, in today's episode, I just want to put things into perspective with Bitcoin, the current market cycle. There's a lot of fear at this moment in time. I mean, just look at this. We're still 23% in the fear. Sorry, this is in French. But yeah, people, friends, family texting me, they don't know what's going on. And having had experience now in Bitcoin for the past 7 years in the crypto market, these things it's what happens. It's normal in Bitcoin. If you're new to crypto and you're wondering what on earth is going on, when is altcoin season, when are we going to have a new all-time high, just sometimes just take a step back. You have to be patient. Patience really pays off in the market. And there's something I want to bring out, especially a quote from Peter Lynch, very well known investor, entrepreneur, and some other old timers such as Warren Buffett as well. So it is difficult to stay in the game, to be patient when you see your portfolio going down 10, 20, 30%. I mean, some of these altcoins have gone down hard, like 50, 60%. Bitcoin right now has gone from 108,000 down here, almost, yeah, it's a 30% decrease. If you go back to the last cycle, we had something similar, guys. So I'm not going to sit here with full of hopium. I mean, long term, this is what we're going to talk about in today's episode very briefly. Long term, I do see Bitcoin at $1 million per Bitcoin. But right now, yeah, it's not easy. I mean, going down 30% and the altcoins have suffered a lot. So we're going to look at both aspects, the bearish, the bullish. But yeah, the documentary I watched yesterday it put things into perspective. And in today's episode, I wanted to bring out what I learned from that video from Peter Lynch. So we'll look at that in just a second. So right now, like I said, the fear and greed is at 23%. We were in around 10, 11% just over 2 weeks ago. And the altcoin season is obviously completely dead at this moment in time. So right now, March has started off in the red again with Bitcoin. But I still believe, my personal opinion, not financial advice, we're in the bull market. You just have to zoom out with Bitcoin, look at the weekly, look at the monthly, and if you just go back, let's go back in time a little bit. This time last year, if we go back to March, we were sitting around 60 to 70,000, and right now we're at 84,000 US dollars. So, I mean, it's just another step up, in my opinion. Yes, we've had this pullback, but if you go back to the last cycle, if you look back in 2020 going into 2021, this part here was a 30% pullback before we broke back up. And I remember back then, it was similar. People, we're quite fickle as human beings. We kind of forget the past, but it's important because the markets do rhyme. They don't repeat, of course, completely exactly, but market cycles usually rhyme. So yesterday I was listening to this talking about never get out of the market, and it's true. You can't time the market. You probably heard this many times, but time in the market is what brings success. So it's about being patient, guys. And the majority of people, 90% of people, are impatient. They don't believe in what they're buying. They jump out of the market, or they bought stuff they don't even know that much about. So it's very important that whatever you're investing in, so in terms of crypto, whatever investments you're getting into, the altcoins, make sure you know what you're jumping into and if you believe in it. So for me, I believe in crypto 100%, especially with obviously Bitcoin, AI and gaming. For me, is just what I believe in, and gaming and AI for me will be the catalyst for this market. And I've been saying that for many months now, but nothing's really been happening with the altcoins. Now, altcoin season, when it comes, it will come very fast, and it will happen over a course of a 2 to 5 week period, and most people are going to miss out. So the gains are made in the bear market, bull market as well, of course, but the real gains are made during that bear market, which you should have been jumping into back in 2022, 2023, and the accumulation period last year. Right now things are down, so if you're dollar cost averaging right now, not many are because it's so difficult when we see the market take a hit like that. But if you're in the game still, if you haven't sold, then kudos to you. Stick to your game plan, and you have to be patient during these moments, because in a bull market we have serious pullbacks. And if we just look at where we are right now compared to 2 years ago, I mean, it's phenomenal growth in terms of Bitcoin. Of course, we're still waiting for those altcoins. Ethereum is lagging behind, and people are just getting very, very impatient. So we can see that when we look at the fear and greed index. A lot of people are getting very, very impatient, and when that happens, usually it's the time to start buying up more altcoins, more Bitcoin, because we're about to explode to the upside. So one thing which I liked about in this podcast by Peter Lynch, he was speaking about over the past, I think it was around 70 odd years, 72, 73 years, we've had 51 or 52 pullbacks in the traditional markets, of course. And within that 70-year period, we've had 11 massive bear markets, so like a collapse in the financial system. We've had 11 of them over the past 70 odd years, 7-8 decades. Now, usually, we calculated this, it's around 6 years every time we have a massive market crash. So yes, 50 odd pullbacks over that 70-year period, but 11 times where we've had severe bear markets, financial crash, where everything's just a complete meltdown. So that happens normally every 6 years. So if we go back in time, what happened 5 years ago? We had obviously the COVID dump in 2020, and 5 years on, we're sitting from when we had that dump of around, where was it? We went all the way down to about 3,500, and 5 years later, we're sitting at 84K. So if you had invested back then, I mean, I heavily invested in Ethereum, in gaming tokens, and I made quite a bit of money. Not as much as I wanted, but I did sell pretty early, but I made some significant profits during that period. I made mistakes along the way, but right now, if we compare 5 years ago to now, I mean, you're sitting 84,000. You've made so many X's in terms of the Bitcoin price. So well done if you jumped in 5 years ago during the COVID period. So what am I trying to say? Well, right now we're having that major pullback again, and next year is the 6th year. So if we're going to have a financial crisis next year, and I've been saying this a lot on my channel, I do think that in 2026, going into 2027, for sure, we're going to have a major collapse in the market. And I don't think this year we will see that. I still believe with the geopolitical stuff, the markets, I still think we will recover, and Bitcoin's going to go to 120, 150,000, maybe even to 200K before the end of this year. But next year is the 6th year where we're going to have a massive crash in the market. But that's just my opinion, of course. So what am I trying to say? Well, if you're still investing, if you're still thinking about jumping in, I still think this is the final moment. We've had this 30% pullback in Bitcoin. So if you're thinking about jumping into Bitcoin one last time, of course, the longer it goes on this year, then the riskier it gets. But I still believe gaming, AI, altcoin season, we haven't had it yet. Bitcoin, very, very soon, is going to surprise everybody. And we're going to probably jump up to those prices I've just spoken about. And that's when altcoin season will absolutely blow everybody's mind. So if you're new into crypto, if not, let me know in the comments if you agree with what I was just saying about what Peter Lynch was saying. Go and check out that, it's only a 10-minute video. It's How to Make Millions in a Market Crash by Peter Lynch. Really interesting to listen to. And yeah, it just puts things into perspective, because I just see so much fear, so much doubt in the market, and usually when that's like that is the best time to buy. But again, not financial advice. So let me know in the comment section below. The rest of the space, I don't know what else I wanted to speak about except that, just putting a bit of perspective with the market. yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go over the fear and greed. Altcoin season obviously is a bit dead at the moment. The Bitcoin dominance is still at 61, 62%. But just be patient if you're going to take anything from this video. Stay patient. Take a step back. Don't look at your portfolio every 5 minutes. Keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to reap the rewards. I think this year. But it's just my opinion, of course. I could be completely wrong. I like to be objective. We could head all the way back down into the 60,000 range, 70,000. It is possible. So I'm not going to sit here and say we're definitely going to 200,000. There's the possibility that we do break down, and that this is another, if we go to the daily, another leg to the downside. Let's go to the daily. Sorry, I'm still recovering from a bit of a cold. Yeah, this could be another leg down like we've seen here, leg down. It could be another waterfall effect going down. So it is what it is. Just stay patient. If you believe in this like I do, then you're going to be in it long term, the next 5, 10, 15 years and so on. So yeah, just be patient in the market. But again, let me know in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in another video next time. Bye bye.